So, the Summer Game Fest was full of announcements. We had Sonic Superstars, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Mortal Kombat 1, and the highly anticipated Starfield. But you know what a lot of people aren't talking about? The indie games of Summer Games Fest. Day of the Devs, Wholesome Games, and even Devolver Digital brought us a bunch of awesome independent games. Seriously, Wholesome Games alone hit us with over 80 new games. So today, I want to share my 15 favorite indie games that were mentioned in Summer Games Fest. These aren't ranked or anything, but they're just 15 games that caught my eye that I want to play in the future. And of course, be sure to wishlist them on Steam. It helps out a lot if you do. And with that, let's talk about some indie games. Have you ever thought about what would happen if you combined Pokemon and volleyball? Feast your eyes on Beastie Ball, developed by Wishes Unlimited, the masterminds behind Wandersong and Chicory: A Colorful Tale. This game takes the concept of volleyball and flips it on its head with turn-based combat. It has a charming assortment of creatures forming teams to engage in thrilling volleyball tournaments. You embark on a quest in this open world to capture these extraordinary creatures, seamlessly combining their unique abilities to forge a competitive squad of monsters capable of taking on rival sports teams. The creatures actually form bonds between each other too, evolving into friends, rivals, and even lovers, all in the pursuit of dominance on the court. Let's not forget the adorable art style and detail on each creature. And look at how many there are! Imagine how they'll look and how many there'll be in the final game. You can wishlist it on Steam and back it on Kickstarter, so be sure to do so if you want to support this excellent alternative to Pocket Monsters. Smooshy Come Home, developed by Some Humble Onion, invites you to embark on an extraordinary journey as a sentient and adorable mushroom, venturing through a captivating outdoor world. Smushy looks to provide a heartwarming experience and cozy vibes as you glide through the skies on a leaf paraglider, scale the majestic forests that surround you, engage in heartfelt conversations with the denizens you encounter, and lend a helping hand to those in need, all while unraveling the secrets that will lead you back to find your way home. It's hard not to compare it to games like Breath of the Wild, but Smooshy Come Home brings its own adorable charm to the table. Delight in the freedom to immerse yourself in this wondrous place at your own pace, collecting valuable items and pushing the boundaries of mushroom exploration. And the cool thing is, this game is available now, on both Steam and Nintendo Switch. So go play it! I know I will. Snufkin, Melody of Moomin Valley, developed by Hyper Games, caught my attention while scrolling through TikTok, and I couldn't help but feel excited when I discovered it, and intrigued to see it featured again in Wholesome Games. You assume the role of a wandering adventurer, Snufkin, traversing the realm of Moomin Valley, now transformed into an industrialized park. It falls upon your shoulders to restore the harmony of this land and assist your friends, harnessing the power of music as your guide. The art style is utterly captivating, and while I don't know much about the Moomin book series, the visuals seem loyal to the source material. And yeah, that's cool too that these are based off a series of books, and it's almost surreal to witness a popular figure from another corner of the globe get its own game like this. It would be like if someone made an indie game of Dr. Seuss in a way. While the game is yet to be released, if you have any interest at all, please be sure to add it to your Steam wishlist. Imagine if the snapshots you captured could magically transform the world around you, granting you access to new places. That is Viewfinder, developed by Sad Owl Studios. It's an engrossing and visually stunning puzzle game where you find or even take photos and use them to interact with the world you are in. You take pictures of bridges, buildings, and other various objects, and by skillfully moving their position in just the right angle, you can experiment and witness how they impact the environment around you, and help you get to new areas. This inventive gameplay mechanic sets Viewfinder apart from the others, showing the many distinctive ways to solve objectives and find more photos. Not to mention, it looks absolutely gorgeous. And there's a RoboCat, so who could say no to that? Add it to your wishlist as it is set to be released on July 18th for Steam and PS5. Another gem that you can support on Kickstarter is Grimoire Groves, developed by Stardust, and I am happy to see it featured on Wholesome Direct. It is best described as a cute roguelite experience, where you assume the role of a mystical witch devoted to nurturing plants and restoring the valley to its former glory. You'll cultivate a mesmerizing assortment of flowers, forge connections with a delightful group of new friends, craft items and potions to aid you on your quest, all while encountering awe-inspiring creatures along your path. It's the perfect blend of the roguelike and dungeon crawler games, presented in an irresistibly charming and cozy fashion. Just seeing the art alone in the trailer is enough to put a smile on your face, And if you'd like to, you can still support the game on Kickstarter and wishlist it on Steam. Remember the mechanic from Mario Odyssey where you could assume the form of anything by using your trusty hat? Well, imagine a game where you were that hat, or more specifically, a half of a head. This is Henry Halfhead, developed by Lulu Entertainment. You take on the role of Henry, who can effortlessly morph into anything within reach, be it alarm clocks, apples, doors, kitchen appliances, you name it. Brace yourself for puzzles as you rearrange objects by literally becoming them to move them, to help Henry get through his everyday life. This sandbox game provides tons of entertainment, and guess what? Co-op gameplay is going to be a thing too, adding an extra layer of hilarity to an adventure that could potentially give Untitled Goose Game a run for its money. If you're interested in getting ahead of this release, be sure to wishlist it on Steam. You probably heard about this through Indie World, but here's Venba, developed by Visai Games, a game that offers a glimpse into the life of an immigrant family as they embark on a new chapter in Canada. And what better way to be reminded of their homeland of India than to cook some amazing Indian food. It is a cooking game where you make all sorts of different dishes through minigames, and while experiencing a narrative of the family adjusting to their new life. The art style is truly a sight to behold, and it is brimming with all sorts of nods to the rich Indian culture that inspired it. While we know a lot about the game already, we did get something a lot of fans were waiting for, a release date. And the game is set to come out on Steam and consoles July 31st. One of the most highly anticipated indie titles for its audience is Moonstone Island, developed by Studio Supersoft. In this enchanting adventure, you bid farewell to your mundane life and set forth to a magical island in the sky. The vast open world beckons your call as you construct your own cozy home with furniture, meet new friends and villagers, and discover the secrets of the land. Brace yourself for thrilling battles and creature collecting through a unique and innovative card-based system. The pixel art showcased in this game is an absolute delight, and you learn about your neighbors on the island forming friendships and unraveling their stories. Not to mention, there's even a collab with Terraria, where you can collect slimes from the game. Get ready for this cozy magical adventure, and don't forget to put it on your wishlist before it releases on Steam and Nintendo Switch. Do you remember the frustration that countless players had when tackling the madness of getting over it? Well, Bennett Foddy strikes again with Baby Steps, a literal walking simulator. While we don't know much about this game, it places you in the literal shoes of a middle-aged man who finds himself inexplicably pulled into a fantastical realm via their television. Your task is to guide this helpless and lazy protagonist through the world, one slow and slippery step at a time. Prepare yourself for a roller coaster of struggles, falls, recoveries that lead to even bigger falls as you navigate through a landscape with peculiar locations and eccentric characters. It's going to be hilarious to play, and even more hilarious to watch as we all struggle to play it, including me. Baby Steps is set to release on Steam and PS5. If you're ready for a game filled with joy and self-care, say hello to Garden Buddies, a game developed by Jampick. You're introduced to a world where charming, chatty vegetables reign supreme. Prepare to immerse yourself in a garden of your own, witnessing their growth firsthand as you nurture and care for them, all while enjoying their endearing conversations, melodious tunes, and the soothing sounds they create. This game is simple, overflowing with cozy vibes that invite you to sit back, relax, and watch these adorable vegetables happily hang out. A game that specializes in self-care. The designs of these veggie companions are so irresistibly cute that you just want to eat them up, in more ways than one. The game is set to come out this summer on Steam and Nintendo Switch. A fun multiplayer game involving animals, here is Karmazoo, developed by Pasta Games. This delightful party game allows up to 10 players from around the globe to team up and take on the roles of a ton of unique animals, 50 to be precise, each having their own distinct abilities. Together you'll navigate through various landscapes, showcasing an infinite array of puzzle-solving approaches that ensure no puzzle is solved the same way twice. Whether you find yourself creating a tombstone platform as a lion, or using your quills to take down an obstacle, brace yourself for a whimsical and humorous experience featuring absolutely adorable sprite work for each and every animal. Karmazoo is making their way to all platforms, so be sure to wishlist it today. City management games are absolutely marvelous, and Gordlets, developed by Anti Games, puts an adorable twist to the genre. You'll construct charming miniature structures and create cozy houses for the enchanting creatures known as Gordlets. Immerse yourself in this sandbox experience, where you'll be observing these delightful beings engage in various activities, From taking part in chess matches to enjoying leisurely fishing trips or indulging in delicious meals, your buildings become vibrant hubs of life as the Gordlets interact with them with their adorable antics. Not only that, but the latest update introduces the delightful addition of gardening and crop harvesting, so they can collect some fruit and veggies too. If you're interested in this heartwarming city builder, be sure to wishlist it today. The finale of the Wholesome Direct showcased is Fields of Mystria, developed by NPC Studio. In this charming farm sim, you set foot in this magical town, building your farm from scratch and helping out the inhabitants in restoring the island after a devastating earthquake. Engage in farming, raising livestock, and watch as Fields of Mystria introduces you to a host of incredible NPCs, with whom you can forge meaningful connections and even romantic relationships. The character designs are truly awe-inspiring, breathing life into this pixelated world. It's been quite some time since I felt excited about a farm game, but with its mesmerizing sprite work and the vast array of activities at your fingertips, Fields of Mystria promises to be a game that will whisk you away for countless hours. Add it to your wishlist and expect to see it sometime in 2024. I haven't come across the term dating action game before, but it perfectly describes Eternights, developed by Studio Sai. Set in a post-apocalyptic world where a virus has transformed everyone into fearsome monsters, this game seamlessly combines hack-and-slack action with a compelling romantic narrative. You'll not only battle hordes of enemies, but also find love on your journey. Aww. Engage in puzzle solving, partake in minigames to enhance your abilities, and date a bunch of cute girls. What's more, you could even enlist the aid of these girls in combat to help you fight, making dating an integral part of the game. I mean, it is kind of a dating sim, so it makes sense. The visuals in Eternights are nothing short of spectacular, with the tone and lighting setting the perfect mood, and the artwork of the character portraits just being absolutely gorgeous. To top it all off, the game features voice acting in English, Japanese, and Korean, which is impressive for a small indie studio. It is set to release on Steam and PS5 on September 21st. Finally, let's delve into the enchanting world of Everdeep Aurora, developed by Nautilus Games. This game is an absolute visual treat, invoking nostalgic memories of 16-bit pixel art, yet containing an otherworldly aura. Shell, a cat on a quest to reunite with her mother after a cataclysmic meteor shower, embarks on an underground odyssey through the depths of Everdeep. This platforming adventure will have you tunneling through subterranean caves, encountering captivating creatures along the way. This game looks to be filled with witty dialogue and intriguing side quests that add to an already spectacular game. Personally, this project stood out to me more than any other from the Wholesome Direct, and I just had to mention it. This game is still in the early stages of development, so we don't know too much more about it, but it is set for a tentative release date in 2024 on Steam and Nintendo Switch. And there you have it, 15 indie games I was excited to talk about that were revealed at Summer Games Fest. Please wishlist these games, follow the devs on Twitter, and, of course, when they finally release, play them yourself. And if you want to see more indie games, be sure to check out the Wholesome Direct, Devolver Digital Direct, and the Day of the Devs Direct for more to check out. I can't wait to play these games and more in the future, and see what weird and crazy indie games that are in store for the future. Were there any indie games that you were excited about that I didn't mention? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit the like button and stay tuned for more videos.